Hello, welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and I am excited to be doing a reading for my Pisces. So, this is going to be a detailed reading for April for those that have a sun sign of Pisces or a rising sign of Pisces or a moon in Pisces or Pisces predominantly in their chart. Or if you're a cross watcher, you're welcome to be here as well. So, with that being said, we are going to, I'm in just a moment here, going to go into the pile picking, which can be a bit extensive. So, if you're wanting to just jump right into the reading, you're welcome to do that. I ask that you take a moment and just click that subscribe button down there so I can continue to grow the community. And if you're liking the videos that you're seeing on the Abundant Joy Tarot, if you would please give me a like, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Otherwise, you will find the timestamps in the description as well as in the comments. And this reading is solely for the whole reading will be for Pisces, but we're going to use the astrological houses and the areas of life that they cover to take the tarot and look at all of those different areas for you in April for all my Pisces out there. And so when you look into the timestamps and in the description, you will see it listed there by the various houses. So if you want to navigate through the reading, you can do that, but it's not as if you need to pick any of those because the whole thing is for Pisces, if that makes sense. But it is going to be a fairly long reading. So again, this is going to be a general reading for all Pisces for the month of April. And so because it's a general reading, you need to take what resonates and leave the rest. And with that being said, I'm going to jump into the pile picking. So check the timestamp if you want to jump in. First thing I'm going to do is pull a significator or general card, if you will, over the entire reading for my Pisces for April. I hope everybody is having a joyfully abundant day. And so Spirit, I'm asking for one card. Looks like that's going to be it for Pisces. And I had to put this little rose quartz hearts for you all because as I was praying and meditating before Pisces, it just kept feeling like it needed another rose, although there's a rose quartz here. So, and then I looked it up and found that that's one of your crystals for Pisces. So there it is. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to pull now two tarot for each house. And I'm going to go through each house. And as I'm talking to Spirit, I'll also be talking to you to talk about what house it is that I'm pulling for. And so for the month of April, I'm going to start with the first house, which we're looking for the self. So this house represents the self, how people see you, and your own identity, self-image, all of that. So this is for Pisces for the first house for the month of April. Now we're pulling for the second house. The second house is going to be your house of income. Your house of income for Pisces for April. House of income. Oh, popped right out. House of income for Pisces for April. Now we're moving directly to your third house, which is going to be your house of communication. So what you're going to be thinking about, what you're going to be talking about, what's going to be heavy on your mind. It can also rule your siblings, okay, or interactions with your environment. So Spirit for Pisces for April in their third house, what do they need to know for April in their third? Looks like it's that one there. It's kind of poking out. And then we'll pull from the light seers for the third house for Pisces in the month of April. What do they need to know? Okay. And now we're moving to the fourth house. Let's make some room there. Your fourth house represents your home life. Okay, your domestic sphere, if you will, whatever that may look like. Oops. No, that's too many cards. Okay. Your domestic sphere can also represent your inner life as well as the actual physical home, i.e. real estate, okay? But largely your family, home, domestic sphere, okay? For Pisces, for the month of April, what do they need to know? They need to know, Spirit. Take my hands. They need to know. I feel like it's that one there. Okay. And for Pisces. Yeah. Okay, so for the 5th house, this is going to be your house of self-expression. Kind of represents your creative pursuits, your hobbies, your sense of play. For the month of April, what does Pisces need to know in this area of life? For April, for the month of April, what does Pisces need to know? Oops, there's 2 there. Okay. Somehow I lost my space here. Okay. All right, so we're still looking here for the 5th house. Self-expression. For Pisces for April. That one wanted to jump. There we go. Oops. Okay. And for the 6th house, which is going to be your health and wellness house. We all need our health. All need our health and wellness. What does Pisces need to know for the month of April in regards to their health and wellness? That card there. And in regards to their health and wellness, what does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know in regards to their health and wellness in April? Ooh, it's actually that card, but then the whole deck wanted to come. Okay. Make sure I didn't. Wait a minute. I'm not sure which one that was. I think it was actually that one. Okay. Cards got a little hectic there. Okay. They are jumping all around, guys. Okay. So, expression. Okay. All right. So now we're going into your 7th house, which is going to be your house of one-on-one partnerships. One-on-one partnerships can represent it can be romantic, it can be platonic, it can be creative, it can be work-related. So it's just one-on-one partnerships, okay? So we're asking for the month of April for Pisces, what do they need to know about their one-on-one partnerships? What do they need to know about their one-on-one partnerships? And then what does Pisces need to know about their one-on-one partnerships in April? What does Pisces need to know? Okay. And now we're moving to the 8th, which is going to be your house of intimacy and shared resources. This one also seems to be leaning toward talking about transformation in some kind, deep emotional bonds. Oops. Just keep kind of popping out. Okay. For Pisces for the month of April, they need to know about this area of life. Deep emotional bonds, transformation. Okay. And then again, for the Pisces, the month of April, what do they need to know in regards to this 8th area? Okay, and now we're looking into the 9th house, which is looking into adventure and sort of higher learning. This area can also represent travel. For some of you, it might be publishing. Also can represent foreign languages and religion. What does my Pisces need to know for the month of April in this area? Okay. And from the Lightseers deck for what does Pisces need? Okay, now we're moving on to the 10th house. The 10th house is going to be your house of career and profession. For my Pisces, for the month of April, what do they need to know in regards to career and profession? For my Pisces, for the month of April, what do they need to know, Spirit, in regards to their career and profession? They need to know. I feel like a bunch of cards are wanting to come out. I think I'm going to go with that one. And the Pisces need to know about their career and profession in the month of April. Now we're dipping into your network. So this is talking about your groups. There's all different types of networks that we deal with. There really are communities. So it can be your friend community, it can be your home community, it can be your work community, your work networks. Pisces need to know in the month of April in regards to their networks, their groups and networks. They need to know in the month of April in regards to their networks and groups. They need to know. Okay. I feel like it's the one that is them. Okay. All right. And now for the final area deals with spirituality, your 12th house, spirituality, and the unconscious, that which is bubbling underneath. Okay, that one. All right. Spirituality and the unconscious for my Pisces in the month of April. Do they need to know? Do they need to know? Right out. All right, so those are going to be your tarot cards. Now, for the oracle cards for your messages from Spirit, I'm going to pull just 2 of these tea leaves for you. So we've got 1 and 2. And then we're going to get 1 from the sacred force and 1 from the animal spirit. These are messages, just overall guidance from Spirit that we'll look at the end of the reading just to see what those final messages might be. And this is for my Pisces, all my Pisces for the month of April. Pisces for the month of April. That one, and then for my Pisces, these are sticking a little bit for the month of April. Pisces for the month of April. That one. All right, that is going to be your reading, Pisces. So we're going to go right into the reading. And again, remember to click that subscribe button, and I will see you in the reading. Hello, my Pisces. This is Abundant Joy Tarot, and this is our day. Uh-oh, there goes my heater. Hold on. Okay, so now we can do this with being able to hear because the sound gets really crazy with that heater. But hello, my Pisces. Welcome to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is Ade, and I am here to do a detailed reading for your month of April, for all of those with the sun sign Pisces or rising sign Pisces or moon Pisces or Pisces as a prominent placement in your chart. And of course, any cross watchers are welcome. So we're going to jump right into the reading. If you did skip the intro, just so you know, we are set here with all of we're using the astrological houses as a way to kind of walk through each of the different areas of life so that you can kind of get a full view of what the energies are, what might be happening in that area for the month of April for my Pisces. We are using tarot to look at these, and so I will just kind of say, this is what the area is that we're looking at, and then we'll look at the tarot and we'll have a conversation about it. So there we go. So I'm going to start off. I did pull a significator for us to kind of see what is the overarching energy of the reading. All right. And then after we go through all of the houses, we will get a couple of messages for spirit guidance, if you will, on your month of April. So let's get started. So Pisces, your significator. Ooh, look at that. Okay, that's gorgeous. You got the Chariot. I love the Chariot. That's one of my significator cards from my life. But the Chariot this Chariot is really interesting. The Chariot, the Chariot speaks of kind of a fast-moving energy, actually, but an energy that's moving with purpose. It is an energy in which the individual has balanced their light and their dark, their light and their shadow, and have learned some lessons and are now very clear on what their soul purpose is and are moving forward in the direction of success. That is the thing about the Chariot being the major arcana, is that it's leading you to success. And what's interesting about this depiction in this particular deck is that she's in a snail, right? So snails are actually very slow moving energies, but it's got wheels on it. So she's rolling, she's moving away from past shadows that may have been there. And the thing is that because she's moving and she will get to her destination fairly quickly because she's got these wheels on here, but she's also taken the time to learn and be clear and move forward with purpose, right? With that energy of the snail. There's so much goodness in this card. The other thing is that it's clear that she has also been using her mind to activate the energy of the snail because of what's happening with her head, really having this other connection to the snail. So it's almost like her mind is also powering the snail as well, moving her forward in the direction. So for you all Pisces, in the month of April, you are really going to be moving with a sense of purpose. Many of you have gotten a bit more clarity on what your soul purpose is. And in April, you're just going to be able to continue to move forward in the direction of your success. And do it with ease because of the lessons that you've learned and the steadfastness in your approach to moving forward. So that's really a lovely card. Let's see how it gets played out in the rest of the energy of the reading. But I really love that for you all, Pisces, in terms of the month of April and the Chariot sort of being your overarching energy. All right, let's jump into your first house. So your first house is going to be your house of self. And this is going to be how people see you, your identity, your self-image. It also kind of speaks to your confidence and vitality levels. So let's see what we have here. Oh, come on. That's what I'm talking about. Let's start this reading off positively. Beautiful, Pisces. So you've got the Page of Cups, And then you've got the 10 of materials in this deck, which is actually the 10 of pentacles, okay? And so the Page of Cups is just such a lovely, youthful energy. It's usually like a messenger of love. So depending on, this is a general reading. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest, because, there could be quite a range of Pisces out there listening to this message. So for some of you, this might actually be a message of love. Now, we are talking about yourself. So it's how people see you and your own self-identity. So that's why I say it could actually be a message of love coming in for you, because this is also the house of how other people see you, right? So someone may see you in a way that they want to bring forth this message of love. But if that's not the case, it's really almost that people are seeing you as someone who is youthful in energy, emotionally compassionate, empathetic, joyful, has a sort of sense of joy, has a sense of almost, I don't want to say childlike wonder, but a great sense of sort of imagination and romanticism, right? The romanticism about life in general. I think that, and then you may also see yourself a bit like that. The other thing that people see about you, and that you may also see, and I think is also a harbinger, because we've got this Chariot, and that's really talking about future success. And then the 10 of Pentacles is like ultimate success. It's really saying that you can have an impact, Pisces, on your community by the way that you show up. Your level of abundance and this sort of internal abundance that you have can actually impact your community to make your community even more successful and abundant. So really be thinking of that in the month of April. I'm getting and hearing from Spirit that a lot of you who are listening to this, who are Pisces, are actually very generous of spirit and have been involved in supporting your communities in various ways. And that's a beautiful thing, because this card is saying any work that you have done in that area is going to continue to prosper. It's just going to bloom and then bloom again and then bloom again and then bloom again. So it's a really beautiful way to start this reading. And particularly if it's in alignment with your soul purpose, whatever it is that you're doing, people are seeing that in you. They're seeing your level of abundance. They're seeing, and the other thing about the materials, or the pentacles, they're like more of a stable energy. So it's like they're really seeing your sort of steadfastness and your permanence, right? Not only in the Chariot, but also in the 10 of materials. But then you also have this youthful energy about you that is, almost, I don't think of being idealistic as a bad thing, right? But idealistic, looking at the sunny side of things, looking at, romanticizing things a bit. And so that's really how people are seeing you. So that's going to be your first house. We're going to keep going and jump into your second. Your second house is going to be your house of income, okay? Or that which you value, All right, so let's see what you've got. Oh my goodness. This is wonderful, Pisces. Wow. Okay. You guys have some really great energy for April. So you've got the Two of Emotions. The Two of Emotions also represents the Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups is about coming together. It's usually, oftentimes if it's in a romantic reading, then it's really kind of speaking about partnership, even soulmate energy, like just really beautiful, open-hearted connection, right? Open-hearted connection, just a beautiful connection. The other thing is that because it's a two, it represents sort of partnership and choices, right? So what I'm really getting, because it's such a positive energy here, I'm really feeling like in your space of income, Pisces, because this is the house that we're talking about in the month of April, not only are you going to have choices, multiple choices in terms of generating more income, because you've also got the Emperor here, and the Emperor, you're going to be a boss in your world of income in the month of April, 100%. And the the emperor, not only is he building a kingdom, he's building an empire, right? So he uses strategy to actually build a legacy, to build an empire. So the level of abundance that you can achieve in April is astronomical, okay, for you Pisces. Like, this is a really amazing combination. The other thing you should know about it is that the Two of Cups or Two of Emotions is really telling me that one of the ways that you can really up level your status or bring in more additional income or make some other choices around how you're dealing with income is by doing it in partnership. Okay, whatever you do in partnership is really going to be blessed and prosperous in the month of April, whether that's starting a new partnership or reigniting an old partnership or whatever it might be in regards to generating abundance and wealth and your income, that which you most value. Okay. And that is what these are. These are gorgeous, beautiful cards to start this reading off, Pisces. I don't even know how to say that enough, because like the Emperor is just so abundant and so wealthy and so balanced, and just the ultimate leader, right? Who really thinks strategically, but is also really balanced emotionally. Then you've got this beautiful energy of connected hearts working together to create love, abundance, joy, like all of that is wrapped up in this. And this is just gorgeous. And then, of course, you started off with the Ten of Pentacles, which is incredible. So that's just a great, great, great beginning. So that is your first and second. Now let's look at your third house, which is going to be about communication. This talks about what are you going to be thinking about? What are you going to be talking about in the month of April, Pisces? Oh my gosh. Wow, you guys, look at this. Okay, so, wow. Okay. The Six of Materials is the Six of Pentacles. I mean, you can look at this card and just like feel the gorgeous energy here. It is talking about an easy balance of giving and receiving, a sense of like generosity, right? A generosity between two entities that are giving and receiving freely because they have so much to give, right? And then there's like an overflow of that. On top of that, you've got the King of Pentacles, which is just stellar because you could look at his little smile. He's like relaxed. He's got his pentacles in his hand. He is overly abundant. He has reached the end of his cycle and received all of this material wealth. He's just relaxing in retirement. He has so much he can just sit back and give advice and be generous and give to charities and do whatever he wants to do, right? And he's also a very stable energy because he didn't just get this as like a fly by night. He worked hard for this, the King of Pentacles. And so he's sort of built up a legit wisdom, if you will, in terms of what this process is. And he's showing up for you in regards to your communication. Like, so this can also deal with your interactions with your environment, what you're thinking about, what you're expressing. And I think what's so powerful about this being so positive, Pisces, is that what we think about, we actually manifest and create in our lives. So the fact that you will have a headspace in April that's really about generosity, giving and receiving easily and freely, a sense of stable wealth, a stable abundance, a sense of legacy, a sense of family, a sense of material gain, a sense of peace and calm. This is incredible because it's going to continue to create more of that energy in your life. So beautiful, 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 beautiful. Already, I mean, my goodness, this is fantastic. So now your fourth house we're going to jump into is your house of home. This talks about your domestic sphere, your family, your can deal with the actual house, like the real estate. But mostly it's really talking about your domestic sphere. Okay. Wow. Oh my goodness, you guys. So you got the Page of Inspiration and the Page of Pentacles. This is you've gotten 3 pages already in this reading because you started with the Page of Cups. So let's talk a little bit about the Page. The Page is a very youthful energy. It's very useful, very energetic, very enthusiastic, right? It's a very positive energy. It's often very curious and can sometimes be a little bit impulsive and rash, okay? But you got the Page of Cups. Now you've got the Page of Inspirations, which is the Page of Wands. All right. Now, wands are talking about the fiery element, the passion, if you will. Okay. The Page of Inspiration is really, it talks about having a million sparks of ideas, all the enthusiasm, brainstorming and planting seeds for new projects and future successful starts, ideation and creativity, exacting possibilities, a zest for life. Like, this is what this Page of Inspirations is calling for. And it's just such a gorgeous energy. I feel like this is in your home. So it feels like, some of you, whether you, depending on what your home looks like, if some of you have youth in your home, that this may also be being reflected here, because there's a lot of youthful energy here. If you don't have youth in your home, it's just about kind of your sort of sense of youthfulness and how you're using that youthful energy to propel you forward into success. Really, I mean, it's just really a gorgeous, gorgeous energy. You've also got the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles, again, is another youthful energy, the Page of Pentacles, but it's also a little bit more. So the Page of Inspirations is really talking about that creativity, the sparks of inspiration, things like this. Now, when you start talking about the pentacles, you're talking about manifesting. So it's manifesting new things. It's manifesting material goodness. It's manifesting opportunities, new beginnings, good news, ambition, skill. Okay. All of this is in your home life, in your domestic sphere. There's just so much newness here, so much youthful energy, and so much success. So this is gorgeous, Pisces. You all are really already looking like you're going to have a fabulous April. And, I hope that you can really embrace each and every day of it, because this is really, really a gorgeous, abundant energy. And to start off with the Chariot moving with purpose towards success, I mean, it's fantastic. So now let's move into your 5th house, which is going to be your house of self-expression. It also is talking about your creative pursuits, right? Your hobbies, the things that you use to play. Okay. Wow, you guys. Wow. Okay. So you got the Page of the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Now the 5 of Pentacles talks about law. I'm going to talk about this because you got the 9 of Pentacles, which is a wish fulfillment. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous card, but you also have the 5 of Pentacles here. So it really makes me wonder, what's going on with you, because oftentimes this card talks about like a fear or a loss of wealth or health. That, two things are sort of critical to our survival, right? But the thing is, as you can see in this picture, she's sad, depressed, just feeling lost and stuck. And yet the big giant key is behind her that will let her out of this door and free her from these feelings and from this state, right? From wherever this state is. And so I feel like for you, it's important for you to be conscious of that. I feel like in what we've seen in the reading so far, there's already been so much abundance, literal material abundance and wealth. So I'm wondering if this may have something to do with a health issue. If some of you beautiful Pisces souls are out there and frustrated and challenged by your health issue. If that is the case, understand that you've got the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is a wish fulfillment. It's like you have achieved great personal success. This is about personal achievement, personal abundance, just seeing the fruits of your labor come pouring in with goodness. So I feel like for this realm of the fifth realm, where we're really talking about self-expression and creative pursuits and hobbies and play, that, there is really a lot of abundance there for you in the work. If you're doubting yourself in some way or feeling like there's concern with your health, and we're about to go into this health and wellness area, so we'll see what energies are actually seeing there. What you need to understand, what the divine is really telling you, is that the key is right there. You just simply have to turn your head to see it, rise up from your darkness, and go and use that key to free yourself from whatever bonds are holding you down, my dear my dear Pisces. Okay, this is beautiful. This is, nobody wants to have sort of loss and disappointment. That's also a part of life. Okay. Um, yeah, this is really, really gorgeous. And now we're going to move into your sixth house, which is going to be your health and wellness. So your health and wellness is also talking about sort of your daily routine, emotional and spiritual health as well. Okay, so let's see what you have got here for your health and wellness. Wow. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. So you've got the Ace of Inspiration, which is going to be the Ace of Wands. Okay. And then you've got the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands. Now you can see here in the Three of Wands, she's got a little surfboard and she's like waiting for the tide to come in. It's almost like it's a bit of a pause, but it's a pause. It's like, I always see it as sort of like needing to be at the runner's gate and ready to go as soon as as soon as the shot goes out, right? Ready to start being into movement. So even though she's she's waiting for the results of her efforts, okay? And the arrival of new opportunities. So she is understanding her ambitions and what she needs to do to move forward. So in terms of talking about your health and wellness, you've got this Ace of Wands here as well. So there's this sense of the Ace of Wands is this beautiful newness, because Ace always represents sort of a beginning, a start, a kind of burst of energy, of newness, right? And so the Ace of Inspirations, which is the Ace of Wands, okay, is actually a very powerful energy that talks about starting something anew, right? So you may have in April kind of, I guess, sort of a new lease on your health, right? A new lease on your health and your well-being, positive new beginnings, fresh inspiration. You may have ideas that come to you like, oh yeah, I could try this. I could try this meal plan. I could try these exercises. And all of them are going to bring you success. Anything that you try in that realm. You may be looking into how to get additional emotional support. You may be looking into looking at, how to gain the spiritual health that you want to gain. Continue to work in that realm, okay? This is having creative downloads, hopes and dreams, it's the beginning of those hopes and dreams, all right? It's pushing through blocks, illuminating ideas. It's such a gorgeous energy. I love how she's got the ideas, these beautiful, colorful ideas coming from her mind, and then a blossoming that's happening in her brain or in her mind. It's just such a beautiful image of what's going to be possible for you, Aries. I don't know why I keep saying Aries, because I'm Aries, I guess. What's going to be possible for you, Pisces, in the month of April. With regard to your health and wellness. Okay. So your health and wellness, you've got an opportunity to really start a new plan, get a new idea, think differently about your health, and bring it to success. Okay. So that's great, great, great energy for your health and wellness. You've been having some really good things here. So now I'm going to transition us to your seventh house, which is your house of one-on-one partnerships. Okay, so let's see what we have, Pisces. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, so in your one-on-one partnership, this is amazing. You have gotten some of the best combinations, really. This is just gorgeous. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, okay, which is just abundant, divine, feminine energy and all of her lushness and sensuality and abundance and generosity and balance, really just full balance. She's like worked so hard to get to where she is. And now she's just celebrating who she is in her life and all of the abundance in her life. Okay. So you've got that, and you've got that in combination with the Two of Cups. And you also got the Two of Cups here. So you're getting the Two of Cups twice. Okay. Wow. That is really, really something. So there's really something for you all, Pisces, in the month of April around partnership and love. You know, this is a one-on-one. We're actually literally in your one-on-one partnerships thing. Now, I usually say this could be platonic, it could be creative, it could be your work, and that is all very true. However, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, and particularly from this deck, the way I read the Two of Cups, it really feels like it's a love energy that's coming in. And oftentimes the twos represent a newness. Now, if you're already in an established relationship, which could certainly be true because the Queen of Pentacles also is more of a stable energy, right? Like she's established, right? So this could be a renewal of love in that relationship. For those of you who are not, it could be a new love that's coming in, okay? And or it could be a partnership that is just like full of love. Like, you know, we have friendships that blossom that have so much love in them and just such a sense of like beauty in them. And that is definitely possible with this with the reading of these cards. Okay. So it's really, and you basically what it's saying is that in your seventh area, in the one-on-one partnerships, it's going to be a stellar month for you, Pisces, because it's just overflowing with like abundance, stability, and love. Okay. That is gorgeous. Just two beautiful cards. I love it. All right, so we're gonna move on. There's nothing more to say about that. It's just goodness all over. Juicy, lovely goodness. Okay, so let's go into your eighth house, which is talking about intimacy and shared resources. It also talks about transformation, deep emotional bonds, the deeper aspects of your life. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, interesting. So you've got the moon, okay? The moon often talks about feelings, but it also can talk about hidden things, hidden truths. And you've got the Nine of Wands. Really interesting energy. So in regards to thinking about intimacy, this can also talk about birth and rebirth, death and rebirth, emotional bonds. The moon is really giving me sort of emotional energy, right? Because it has that sort of emotional energy. Whereas the Nine of Wands, you can see here, this card is all about resilience, perseverance, kind of making that last push to get to the 10, right? It's the excitement of what's to come after having worked and carried yourself through the work of the Wands work, okay? But it's a motivation to be able to face difficulties, which is really good to have, because when you're talking about sort of this transformational state and you're talking about the deeper aspects of our life, to be able to continue to persevere and push through, even though you've got this sort of moon energy, which the moon energy is not a bad energy, okay? But it can actually speak of like illusions, right? Illusions is kind of the best word. Hidden truths, illusions, shadows in the moonlight, facing fears, a need to trust your intuition. So I feel like
that's really the guidance here, is to continue to persevere through any emotional territories that you may be wandering in the month of April. Continue to persevere and trust your intuition to pull you through, okay? It's a time of subtle illumination. So being able to discover some more things about yourself or some deeper aspect within your life, okay? That's still a very gorgeous energy. There's always a depth here. It's like, and my Pisces with your watery sign, I feel like, this is a good energy for this deeper realm, because you're going to be able to maneuver through the watery spaces of illusions and emotions and the deeper depths. Okay. Now, moving into your ninth house of adventure and higher learning. All right. This can also speak to travel. For some of you, it could be publications or publishing things. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. All right, so you've got the Knight of Emotions, which is going to be the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Emotions is the Knight of Cups in the classic tarot. I love the representation here. The Knight of, look at all that water down there. Like the Knight of Emotions is a beautiful, spontaneous energy. It's about spontaneous creativity, taking risks, and this is your house of adventure and higher learning. So this sense of like really needing to take some risks in April, right? You have the foundation to be able to take risks, okay? There's a fast output with the Knight of Emotions, and it's all about taking action, getting things done, being impulsive, having some haste, okay? Now, it's interesting here that you've also got the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords is a tough energy because it really talks about almost a bit of torment, quite frankly, you all. It really does talk about nightmare. It can talk about nightmares and not being able to sleep because of anxiety and worry. And so in thinking about higher learning, it's like, and because this is sword energy, right? And sword energy is about your thoughts and your ideas. It feels like there may be something in which you're needing to take a risk, or something is moving very quickly that's giving you a bit of anxiety, okay, during the month, all right? But this is an opportunity. Whenever you get the Nine of Swords, it's an opportunity to find courage, all right? It is a time to focus on safety and the things that are going well in your life. And my beautiful Pisces, in the month of April, you've got some beautiful things going on in your life. Everything from an overwhelming amount of material abundance to stability to interconnectedness with partnerships, to having new ideas with your health. I mean, you've got just every area seems to have some really beautiful cards. So if there is something that you are needing to take a risk on, or is moving very quickly in your life, I want you to just take a breath and breathe on it. Don't allow yourself to stay in a place of anxiety and fear. Instead, reach in and find your inner courage. Reach out to the people that are around you that are loving on you, Pisces. They're loving on you, okay? Reach onto them for support, and you are going to be fine. You're going to be just so fine and successful, and you'll be able to take the risks that you need to take in April. So that is what I'm seeing there. And some of you, because this is a fast moving energy, I feel like that many of you will actually be traveling, because this also rules that house of traveling. And fast moving energy in a house of traveling really feels like you're going to be moving somewhere, whether you're moving in your state, moving in, and not necessarily moving homes. It literally could just be taking a trip, but I really see travel for you in April. Now we're going to move and transition to your 10th house, which is your house of career and profession. And let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, so you've got the Muse of Emotions, which is like the King of Cups, okay? Oh, interesting. And you've got the Knight of Swords reversed. Interesting. So I'm really feeling like you all are the actual muse of emotions, which is like I said, the King of Cups, okay? The muse of emotions is a very beautiful, balanced energy. It's about compassion and joy, freedom, okay? A real sense of freedom from and able to feel all emotions and use emotions as a way of self discovery. There's a sense of inner calm and knowing, okay? Being totally in touch with your desires and balanced and peaceful emotions. I feel like this is sort of representing you in your career in terms of where you are. But here's the thing that's kind of challenging, y'all, because you've got the Knight of Swords, which is a fast moving energy, but you've got it in reverse. So you're looking at the shadow side of it, and it talks about being unfocused, scattered, impatient, acting too quickly, needing a logical solution, feeling held back, frustrated with circumstances. And I don't mean to laugh at it, Pisces, but the thing is that it really does feel like this is like your work environment. We're talking about career and profession, and it really feels like the energy or whatever the dynamic is that's happening in your work environment is kind of contradicting how you actually are and how you actually want to show up, which is probably raising your vibration of frustration, right? That people are not moving in the direction they need to be moving within your career. What the advice here is for you to really just breathe, tap into your King of Cups, Muse of Emotions energy, which is the balance, the meditative calm, the sense of peace, the being able to balance your emotions and to use them strategically in what it is that you're doing in your work and career. Okay, that's really what the advice is. And I don't mean to giggle at it. It's just that it's such a contradiction. And oftentimes in our work environments, they are kind of a contradiction to how we actually want to show up in life. Okay. But you all are doing some great transformative work. And so, you may be moving away from whatever is causing that level of stress within your career. Okay. Now, with that being said, we're going to move on to your 11th house, which is going to be your house of networks. Really, your house is your house of community. So your networks could be networks that you have within your work, creative networks. It could be family networks. It could be any number of, uh, charity networks, hobby networks. You could be a gamer and have a gaming network, network of people that you know. That's what this area is talking about. And you've got, wow, very interesting, Pisces. Okay, so you've got the devil. And actually, what I heard when hearing this card, I don't always read it this way, but I feel it. It's like I can hear it very loudly that it's saying, Spirit is saying, you need to have some fun, Pisces, in April. It's about cutting loose and having some fun. Like sometimes the devil energy is about having fun, all right? Because it's interesting because you've got the devil energy and then you've got temperance. So two major arcanas, okay, in your groups, and this is in your networks, right? So it feels like on one level you need to go out and have some fun, because in some groups you'll also need to look for the balance. He's balancing the sun and the moon, okay? He's balancing his, if you think of it like the sun and the moon, it's kind of like balancing your day to day, really, like balancing how much time you're spending in various areas. And so if you all have not been going out and having a little fun, that's part of receiving balance, okay? Now, also the devil card can speak to vices, right? Doing something, feeling trapped by something when it's actually just an illusion, okay? It's just an illusion. But it also, she's got these transformative wings here. And all it takes for her to be able to take flight is to understand that she is not bound. So my beautiful Pisces, you are not bound, and you have what it takes to have balance in your life. And for some of you, a lot of you, it feels like part of achieving that balance is kind of letting yourself cut loose a little bit and have some fun in April. Have some fun, y'all. All right. And then your 12th house, which is going to be your house of spirituality or your unconscious. That's what we're talking about. What's going on under the surface for my Pisces? Wow. Wow. Okay. So you've got, that is gorgeous energy. You've got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Emotions. So first of all, aces are going to be all about beginnings. Okay. A burst of energy in beginning, starting fresh, starting anew. Okay. New opportunities, new love, new connections, new ideas. I mean, look at her. She's got her third, like, there's like a new, I feel like there's also for you, beautiful Pisces, because we're also talking about the unconscious. There's like a new level of, you're leveling up, like a leveling up of your intuition and consciousness. Her third eye is on fire. So it's just like letting me know that you're going to be in the month of April really leveling up your intuition, and possibly many of you are psychic, your psychic ability, and stepping into that. And then there's a beautiful energy in this Ace of Emotions. This is going to be the Ace of Cups in the typical tarot. And this is talking about, you've got this new relationship. I feel like you all are really dealing with some new connections. Now, again, depending on where you are in life and what your situation is, it could be new connections or new partnerships of any kind. But for those of you who are single and open to mingle, this is really, really talking about a newness, like, because the Ace of Emotions is new relationships, exciting new feelings, compassion and creativity, emotional intelligence, and the intuition of the heart. There's just a lot of like heart energy here. Okay. A time to connect with repressed emotions, healing, unblocking creativity, and then you've got this Ace of Wands, which is a passionate, it's just a passionate energy, right? It's new ideas. It's like the seed of something spectacular. It's creativity, but very, very strong creativity, okay? It's really having the ability to manifest anything that you want, all right? This is a wonderful way to land on your reading for April. Wow, Pisces, you have a great April looking you right in the face, okay? This is some beautiful energy. There is so much. I mean, I'm like trying to figure out what the theme is aside from just like luscious success. Like, you've got a ton of abundance here, like material wealth. There's just straight up material wealth throughout, like almost every card. Plus, you've got this energy of love, right? This joyful energy of joy, compassion, love, and giving, free flowing, right? This free flowing energy between the two. It's just beautiful. And then all these pentacle energies of stability. Like, this is like a solid month, you all. It's not like it's not a fleeting energy at all. These are like really solid strides in the realm of your material success and your heart space. So just gorgeous stuff. You got that one little 9 of swords over there that's like, and just drew my attention over there. And it just reminds me that, like, it's, you really need to lean into that Knight of Emotions that's right there with it. Spend as little time as is absolutely necessary for you to be wrapped up in any kind of anxiety, doubt, fear, worry. Okay, just lean into the beautiful positive energies that are here for you, Pisces, and you're going to have a fabulous month. Now, let's look quickly at the guidance from Spirit. You got pulled 2 tea leaves for you. You've got a secret admirer. Here we go. I mean, it's like, y'all who are single, there's some stuff going on there, okay? And then if you're in a relationship, there is a way that you can renew that sense of admiration, that sense of love and passion, right? Like look upon your partner with fresh eyes, is what I'm hearing. Opportunity or windfall. Of course, you've got, yes, you're going to receive a windfall. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. This is just such a gorgeous reading. I love it so much. I could just like wallow in this energy. Like it is just fantastic. Okay, let's look at the final cards from Spirit. So you've got a Spirit. Okay, so this is like the dolphin spirit. This and that are true. This and that are true. Now I want to check in with the guidebook on that. Um, okay, so your dolphin spirit, you know, as the dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is dolphin spirit, both this and that. Two truths coexist. The story you tell and another as well. Okay. The duality of life is present when we are suffering, for there is a blessing too in the helpers that appear. And it drew me immediately back to that nine of swords that you've got there. Like there is a duality in the suffering because you've got tremendous abundance all around you. Okay. It says focus on the positive, for light exists alongside the darkness. The dolphin spirit calls for you to come up from below and enjoy a weightless moment in the sun as you dive in and out of this and then that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. Why not join Dolphin Spirit in acknowledging and affirming the blessings present in this moment? In all areas of your life, there are aspects of both this and that. Today, you can celebrate this fact and recognize the complexity and the beauty of the fabric of the universe. You are at a place right now where your past self is still present as you move toward the new self you are becoming. All right. This is so beautiful. It's just a gorgeous energy because it's really talking about just embracing where you are. All of you beautiful Pisces in April, just enjoy each moment. I think I said that at the beginning of this reading, but this is a confirmation from Spirit that it is important for you to savor each day, find the joy in each day, because your month is going to be truly blessed with some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gifts. Okay. What was this? Opportunity or windfall. Okay. An opportunity or windfall. And then look at that. The final message from Spirit is prosperity. And look at this beautiful bee spirit, right? It's all about prosperity. The bee spirit says, the sweet abundance of the universe is flowing into your life. However, you need to take action and perhaps join with others to align with the frequency of your dreams. Believe that you deserve and your goal will unfold. Okay. It's important for you, beautiful Pisces, that you keep in mind that you are worthy, you are enough, and you deserve this beautiful abundance. Okay. You deserve it. And so I hope you fully, fully enjoy each moment of your April and that goodness comes in. I'd love to hear how some of it goes for you. Any joy that comes up, I'd just love to hear it. And just remember to turn away from that Nine of Swords energy, that level of anxiety, as quickly as you possibly can by leaning into the communities around you. Even the Spirit confirms it there by needing to tap into your communities around you. Gorgeous reading, my beautiful Pisces. I hope you have a fabulous, abundantly joyful April. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and like the video. And I will see you in the next reading. Thanks so much. Have a beautiful day.